What's up, guys? So, I had a really great question asked earlier today, and that question was in reference to your group of friends and if they are helping you and helping you grow in your life, or if they are weighing you down and not allowing you to break free and be the person you're supposed to be. This is a really good question because it's a very gray area. Like, how do you know if these people that say they're my friends are actually my friends? And something that I've learned and that is true for me is that I have friends that I have known my entire life that will always be my friends. I have their back, they have my trust and all that stuff. But they are not people that I spend time with because they do not help my growth. They are set in their ways. They have a certain vision and things they want to do for themselves. And oftentimes it has absolutely no correlation with the personal development program that I have put myself into, where I spend more time in nature. I spend more time in mindfulness and meditation. I spend more time doing fitness and eating things and testing out methods of nutrition that are going to help me grow and help me enhance my mind and gut connection and do all these different things that are super unique. Like, I'm literally walking around barefoot, no shirt on, getting my vitamin D, but also working my feet. I mean, humans are so fragile as is, but we forget that, like, we're literally wearing shoes all day. Like, that's not even how we're designed to live. Like, we're supposed to walk around bare feet and feel the earth underneath us. This connection, this grounding is what helps me, at least, to be just a little more connected, and therefore I can, like, escape work and do all the things that I've been doing for the last 6 hours and come out here and just be a normal human, right? And so, like, anyway, going all the way back to it, it's like, how the hell are they going to understand that this is who I am and what I want to do, and this is personal development to me? And the answer is that if they think stuff like that's weird, or they think that, like, dude, you're kind of crazy, or they think, like, man, like, you're starting a cult, or they think, like, yeah, man, like, I don't really know about all this stuff you're doing, 1 meal a day, like, you're getting smaller, like, all this stuff that doesn't matter to me. If they're saying things like that are like kind of like hurting you internally, but they don't hurt you on the surface, they're probably not people that you want to spend all your time with. If they're people that spend time drinking and smoking, and they spend time trying to alter their consciousness because they don't like their life, they're probably not people that you want to spend all of your time with. And if they're people who definitely, harass you or don't support your vision at all, then you definitely don't want to spend time with them. And most importantly, the people that you don't want to spend time with, these are the worst. Negative people. Just don't spend any time with them. Don't give them a time of day. Get away from them and get out of their life immediately. And the easiest way to do that, guys, is just to tell them very, very, very bluntly, hey, like, I just don't think that this is a good friendship for me right now, because I have a different path in my life and I want to go there. But this is the secret to doing that. You need to tap into your internal self very deep, and you need to look them in the eyes and tell them that this is why I feel this way. So, for example, let's say that I have a friend who's really, really, really hurting my growth. They don't support me. They condescend me and mock me on everything that I do, and they don't want what's best for me, and they deflect and reflect a lot of the things going on internally on them onto you to make you feel bad about the things that you're trying to do to make yourself better. So to someone like that, I would probably say something along the lines of this: hey, my man, I gotta talk to you. You sit them down. So I just wanted to let you know, like, I think I'm gonna be focusing a lot more on myself, and I'm going to be taking, like, I wouldn't say a leave of absence, but I'm going to be focused way more on myself for the near future. I don't want you to take any offense, but I'm probably not going to be able to spend a lot of time with you. I'm just super, super busy, and I'm really, really obsessed with getting better myself and growing. And I know that we've been friends for a long time, but I just don't think that spending all my time with you has been allowing me to hit my full potential. And I really want to do that. It means a lot to me, and I want to help other people, and that means a lot to me too. So, I obviously always have friendship, always have love for you, but I think this is what I need to do right now. So if I'm not answering you, or I'm not available to hang out, I just want you to know why, so you don't feel like I'm just ditching you. Can you understand that? And if they can't understand that, then they're definitely not people you want to spend time with. And peace, you know what I mean? But if they take that well, then you know what? Maybe you keep them on the back burner, and once in a blue moon, you can hang out with them just to see what it's like hanging out with negative people again. Because it's the same shit it always is. It's just a bunch of people sitting around in a circle complaining and bullshitting about nothing. So, the way that you can tell if people are not really good for you is if they're condescending or mocking towards your growth, if they don't support your vision, and they reflect and deflect things internally going on with them onto you. And if they're negative people, you'll know if they're negative because they're going to be like negative towards other people. One other one too is really important. If people say things that make you really uncomfortable to other people that you know you would never say and you don't support, but you put up with it because you're friends, they're not your friends, because they say the same stuff to you behind your back. You just don't know it. And listen, like I said, a lot of my friends, I've known them my whole life and they have my trust and love, but I know they say a lot of shit behind my back. And I think a lot of it is deflection. I think a lot of them are still living in the past and see me as the same fuckboy that I used to be, but I'm a completely different person. I'm a man, and I know who I am, and I know what my purpose is. And when people see other people who have purpose, they get kind of scared because they're like, I don't know what my purpose is, and I don't want this guy to like have more purpose than me because that makes me feel inferior. Guys don't like to feel inferior, and girls don't like to feel inferior either to other girls. So I think it's really important that we pay attention to this stuff and we know, hey, if these people aren't supporting me, they're negative, they're trying to alter their consciousness, you know, I'm always picking up the check for them, like I'm always giving, and I'm not receiving anything, any love, then you know they're not really right for you. And a really great way to say goodbye is the way that I described right in this video. And the one thing I want you to do though when you talk to them, and this is something that's really difficult, but I know you can do it. When you have these conversations, you need to dig deep down and you need to not be fearful at all. You need to feel the angels on your shoulder and your guides, whoever it is. You need to let them fill you up with that beautiful light that will allow you to look someone straight in the eye and tell them something that they need to hear. And you need to tell it from your true self so they believe you, and you need to have a certain presence in your voice that lets them know that you're not playing and you're dead serious. Because when you get real serious with people, they either do one of two things. They either get real serious back and you know they're for real, or they immediately are like, okay, so be it, and they let it go. And this is really important. And I know so many of you guys are like on the verge of experiencing some tremendous growth, but this is the one area that you're lacking, is that really awesome group of people, that friendship, those people that have got your back and want to see you grow. And that's what Pillars of Growth is for. That's what team growth is for, right? This whole community, that's what we're all here to do. We're all here to pick each other up. We're all here to support each other in our journey. And I know it's early in the stages of, can I really make so many friends online, and can we really have great connection? Is that okay? Like, does that make sense? And the answer is yes. You totally can make this community your family. If you've been on a retreat, you know what the deal is. Like, by the time you leave, you're like, yo, these people are my brothers and sisters, and like, we're out here doing it, and we're growing, and we're putting ourselves out here to get better, and we're failing left and right because we believe in ourselves and want to get better. And that's what this group is for. And if you're on a retreat and you're on a meetup, then you know what's good. And if you're not, then you have an opportunity to come on here and show us your story. Everyone will listen. Everyone will comment. And if they don't comment, I want you to know that just some people just process things differently. And if they're not commenting, it doesn't mean they're not watching. It doesn't mean they're not being inspired and motivated, right? Super important distinction to make, guys. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you gained some insight into how I deal with people who are negative, how I deal with people who aren't bringing me up in my life. And I've really made it a point to change everything in my life as far as my ecosystem is concerned, because I realized something a while back. I realized that if I remove myself from all temptation, by removing myself from the situation, right, or I remove myself from those people who are being negative, by removing myself completely from where they live, where they hang out, all that stuff, then my life completely changed, because all of a sudden I controlled my atmosphere, I controlled my environment. And if you can control your environment, guys, like, it's just me out here in this awesome field. If I can control that, like, there's nothing but positivity out here. The sun's shining, I'm getting a tan, the flowers are growing, the leaves are in bloom, everything is happening right here. But there's no negativity around me because I won't allow it in my circle. You can't allow it in your circle. And if it's already in your circle, you got to get out of it. You have to remove yourself from the circle and find a new one. And that is what POG is for. That's why we created this group, was so that you guys all had an opportunity to come here, become a family, start a fucking movement, and change the world. And it all starts right here, guys. It all starts with you recognizing that, hey, people in my life are weighing me down. I need to remove them from my life. We need to have a serious conversation about how I don't think this friendship is helping either of us. And I love you always. Peace, peace. And in time, you know, they may be pissed at you at first. They may think you suck. They may think you're an asshole. But in time, they're going to recognize that you had a bigger purpose and you were willing to sacrifice a short-term friendship for a long-term purpose. And that's important. And I'll take that bet 100 times. And I love my friends, like I said, but there's a reason I only see my OGs once in a blue moon. It's because a lot of the things I do, they don't care about. Like, they don't care about my artistic side. They don't care about my nerdy side. They don't care about my love life. They don't want to hear any advice I have on their relationships and how they could better themselves. I've tried all that stuff. They didn't want to hear it. So I said, okay. And I don't ask them. If we see each other, it's really great. But it's once in a blue moon, because there are people that need me now, and I'm willing to give myself to them. And I recognize something that I don't think they know. And that's that I'm going to die within the next 100 years, and I want to live having helped other people, because that's my purpose, and it makes me feel really fucking good internally, and I know that people need my help, and I'm willing to sacrifice any short-term relationships if it's not going to be something that's positive or help me, right? I mean, that's fair. You only live one time. I mean, you got to make sure you make the most of it, and if your purpose is to help others, then you got to do that. And if you're not, then you're not serving yourself, and you're not honoring yourself, and then you're definitely not going to do the thing that you want to do, which is help and honor other people, right? Makes sense. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions about how you can go about, telling people that, hey, I don't think this is a good thing anymore, besides the one little example I gave you in this video, I'd be more than happy to go over some stuff with you. I've done this many times, and it never hurts me, because it has to happen. Otherwise you can't grow. Now I recognize everyone has a different personality type, and not everyone's going to be able to just deliver it just like that, which is why, I'm open to helping you in the way that you need to do it. But long story short, I really appreciate you all. I hope this video was helpful, and shout out to my man who was commenting about this video, because I know it's an important one and people need to hear it. So thanks a lot, dude, and thanks a lot, everybody. Over 400 members, we out here. Gonna be over 500 soon, 1,000 next and beyond, so super excited for all that. Stay tuned. We have a really big announcement to make at the end of this week, and we got something we're launching in the coming weeks that's going to be legendary, so stay tuned. Much love always. Peace, peace.